Hello, my name is Shay here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can web scrape all the images from a website. And in this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process on how I made this. So I'm just going to scroll up and I'm going to show you. I'm going to first show you how to run it and how it works. So I'm just going to put in Python, and then you're going to put the file name, and I'm going to tag Edge for help, and you can see it needs the path and the URL, and for the path you can put a custom path, but I'll just put the URL in. I'm going to use GCC Gamers URL. So I'm just going to run this, and you can see extracting images, downloading all the images, So you can see the name and the size of the images are here, and it's really fast too, which is nice. So I'm just gonna Control C out of this, but you can see it keeps going. Now I'm going to show you the images where it's stored in. So you can see here it's a custom directory with the name. You can see. So we're just going to make a new folder called download images website YouTube. So this is going to be a new folder for the YouTube video. I'm going to make a new file too. So now I'm going to open my directory and save it inside. So I'm just going to look for it. Nah, I can't see it. Here it is. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna put image is downloader. Press enter. So first we have to import all the dependencies. So I'll just start with import the key or requests first, and import OS where the directories, checking the directories if it's empty or not. Gonna import tkdum, which will be our progress bar. Gonna import beautfulsoup, which is from BS4. From BS4 import beautfulsoup. Just gotta check first. And we also need to install some dependencies if you already didn't. So if you don't have any of these dependencies installed, you can say pip install tkdum, pip install I think BS4 for beautfulsoup. I'm not sure if you need to install urlib too. I don't think it will work though. I think it's already installed, yeah. And then also requests if it's already not installed. So pip install requests, and yeah, I already have all these installed. So the next one is from requests from OS from BS4 import beautfulsoup. Then the last one is import urllib. You can say as BS. So we're now gonna import from urllib dot parse import urllib join comma urllib parse. So I'm going to show you what we need these two for. right now we're just gonna make our function to check if the links are valid or not. So you can say define is valid. You can pass in a URL, and you can say parsed is equal to URL parse, the URL inside. I'll just open my Google and show you the documentation of what this does. So you can see the URL parse basically this one. So you can see the URL parse basically breaks it down. So you can see the scheme is basically the protocol, the netlock is basically the base link. You can see, so basically what we're trying to get here is the protocol and the base link. We'll put in a boolean variable, so you can say bool parse.netlock and then comma, or you don't need comma, and bool parsed dot scheme for the protocol, and I think that's it. Basically we just need these two parts of the link to check if it's valid or not. Now I can create a new function to get all the image links. So we can say get all images and URL. You can say soup is equal to bs requests dot get URL. So basically get the parse the URL and the content. So HTML.parser you can use. Then we can make a list with URL to make a list. This is our parser. So we're going to make a new list. For image in tqdum soup.find all images. So this is our progress bar where it will basically extract all the image links. So we can make a progress bar for this by the loop. So we can also print extracting image links. Inside we'll put image URL is equal to image dot get the source of the, so basically the link of the image, the link itself for the image. So image underscore URL is equal to image.attrs dot get source. This will get our source, and if our image doesn't have a source tag, then we'll just skip it with the continue function. Now we need to join our URLs together to make a complete URL with the URL join. So you can complete the URL with the image URL to make one whole link. And sometimes there's some encoded data after the question mark, if you guys realize. So I'm going to try to remove that as well. So you can try to say pause is equal to image underscore URL dot index question mark, and we'll just try to remove everything after the question mark, so or after the index, because we use the index function. So column pause everything after this index. So after we did that, if it doesn't work with the value error, then we'll just pass. So now we're going to check if it's valid. So if it's valid, then we can append the URLs inside of our list, if you remember. And once we append it in our list, so I'm just going to write it here, dot append image underscore URL. And I'm going to return the URLs. I'm going to return the list. So this list will have all of our image links. So return URLs, and just gonna think here on how we can test this. We can run the function and put in the URL and print. So we can start in a variable and print it. So I'm just yeah, I think I should do it. So I'm just gonna press enter and okay, I'm gonna no. So I'm gonna say images is equal to get all underscore images with the URL. I'm just no, I don't think I need to pass the variable. I'm just gonna pass in it as a string because I don't need it to make it so long. So I'm just gonna put in the string itself to test if it gets the links or not. And I'm just gonna print images and see what comes up. So let's see if this works. You can see the progress bar, and if I double click this, you can see all the links as well. So it gets the links, so that's working. You can just remove this. You can remove this as well. Yeah, I'm gonna remove it. So we have to make a new function for our downloads. URL, pad name, and if the pad doesn't exist, so by the pad name, so if it doesn't exist, we're gonna put the column. If it doesn't exist, then we'll just make a new pad. Then you can say request is equal to dot get URL and the stream. So I'm gonna download the file from the URL and stream it in chunks. So yeah, so that's it. So now after the response, I'm gonna get the total file size from the content linked. So what I can do is file size is equal to integer response dot headers dot get content linked. So this will take the total file size from the content linked header in the response page. So I'm just gonna write that. So after that's done, we need to extract the file name from our URL so we can join it together. So we can say os.pad.join the pad name and the URL.split. So you can split the URL from the slashes. So you can say URL.split from the slashes. And as you know, there are 3 slashes. So the name of the website basically will be in the last index. So we can say we can put the index -1 to get the last index, which is the name, because it's split into a list. So we can get the last index, which is the name. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some brackets. So -1, close the brackets. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the progress bar. So I can say progress is equal to tqdm response.iter underscore content 1024. So this will show the progress bar while downloading the file. So we can make an f string here, so it can display the file name inside of the string. So you can say put the F, and we can say downloading file name inside curly brackets, so the variable goes there. And we have to put the total file size, so you can say total is equal to file size. Then we can, after this, we can put our units. It's gonna be B, which stands for megabytes, if I'm correct, and we can put the unit scale for true, and we can put the unit divisor. So I'm gonna write here, comma, unit divisor is equal to 1024. So now that that's done, we have to save the downloaded data to the file, and we have to update the progress bar at the same time. So you can, to do that, we can say would open the file name. You can say write binary. We're gonna put binary because we're writing images. You can say as F. Now we can make a loop to iterate through the progress bar. So dot iterable, and then we can say f dot write data, and we can update the progress bar. So progress dot update the length of the data. So now that that's done, we need to test this. So we can define our main function to test this. So I'm gonna say define main. We're gonna pass in the URL and path. After I did that, I'm gonna put the column and say images is equal to get all images, which is our function. So images is basically our whole list of image links. So we're gonna iterate through our list, or also known as images. So we're gonna iterate, and we're gonna use our download function for each of the items inside of the list, and we can pass in our path here. I'm gonna put gamers. I'm gonna close it. This is for testing, so you can see if it works or not. So I'm gonna come out of here, and I'm gonna run the main function. So this gamers I put as a test, so I'm gonna change it to the variable after. Okay, so now let's run it. So I'm gonna put the URL, which I have copied, and I'm gonna put the path, which is gamers. So after we did this, we can run it and see, yup, it's working. Obviously I'm not running in the command prompt, so it's not running it in the proper how can I say, but anyway, all the images are stored in here. And if I go to the CMD to try and run it, you can see Python, the file name, and the URL. So we can see extracting image links and downloading. So you can see it keeps on going. It has the name, and it has the size, and it has the speed. So we can see that all the images are also saved. And I closed my file explorer. I'll just open it back up. Okay, so you can go to Python, and you can see, yep, now I have to find it from here. Alright, so we can remove that, and you can put this to the path variable. Right, so now that it's working, we have to make our main function, so it will have the argument passers in, so it will get the URL. So I'm going to say if __ name is equal to __ main. I'm going to import argparse. Parser is equal to argparse dot argument passer. So I'll put the description in here. The description, I'm going to copy it, so I'm just going to say description is equal to equal to, and then now I'm gonna paste it. gonna write for the URL. So I'm gonna say parser.add argument. I'm gonna say URL, and I'm gonna say help is equal to, I'm gonna write it, so I'm gonna think the URL of the web page you want to download images. I think that's nice. Download images. So it sounds nice. So I'm gonna close the bracket. Close the quotation marks and close the bracket. And after this, I'm gonna add another argument. This one I'll paste it because it's kind of long. So I'm gonna say parser.add argument. And I'm gonna paste it and I'm gonna close the bracket. And now that's done, we need to get our parse args or our args or arguments. So we can say args is equal to parser.parse_args. Then we can get our URL variable, so we'll get the URL part out of the argument and the path. So if there is no path specified by the user, then we'll just use the domain name. And as I said before, the URL parse will basically break down the URL into several pieces, and we can use .netlock to get the base link of the domain name. Now that is done, we can come out of this and we can call the main function to see if it works. Path. Now I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna run in my command prompt. Now I'm gonna write Python and the file name and tag h, and there's an error. It says underscore. Yeah, I need to put underscore. So now I'm gonna try to run it and see what happens. Now, yep, the help option works. So now I'm gonna try to put the URL only and see what happens. Alright, I'll have to delete all of this and get it from my clipboard. I'm just gonna take it out. Now I'm gonna full screen, I'm gonna enter. So you can see extracting images, and it's gonna download all the images. You can see the speed, you can see the size, you can see it downloads really fast, and it's downloading all of it one by one. And you can see it has the domain name, it has everything. I'm gonna control C out of this because you can see it's downloading it. So, I'm just gonna control C. So I'm gonna come in here and you can see all the images are stored inside of my system. So I'm just gonna close this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want me to make more, please like and subscribe and comment down what I should do next. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.